Good evening. Welcome to this guided meditation session at Vajrayana Institute. I'm Wai Cheong, and together we are going to do our usual 2 meditation sessions over the next hour. And before each meditation session, I will give a sort of a brief explanation. And you're most welcome to post your comments or questions at the live chat. Yep. So, when there's a chance, I will try to answer them. Yeah. So first meditation, as usual, is the one to help us calm and settle our body and mind, to help them shift into meditation. And usually I use the breath as an object of meditation, or I call it the support of the meditation, simply because the breath is probably one of the easiest objects to start with. And today I would suggest we explore this idea of noticing or highlighting anything positive to come out of our meditation session, anything positive, anything helpful that we find or experience during the meditation. So this is what I would call creating or positive associations with our meditation practice. Because so often we have a tendency to focus on what is negative about our meditation. We always sort of feel that it's not good enough. I have too many thoughts, or I feel too sleepy, or there's a lot of aches and pain. Of course, the list can go on, and you'll find that it's like very easy to find fault about our meditation practice. And over time, that creates a kind of a negative association with our meditation. It's always, basically never good enough. Yeah. And you'll find that over a period of time, it gets harder and harder to convince yourself to actually sit and meditate, because it's so hard, because it's so kind of depressing, because we have associated so much negativities with meditation. Let me see what is this. Always positive to have time out from my spaghetti monkey mind. Okay. I think we can try to see if we can find something really positive, and also to build a kind of a very positive association within our mind in relation to our meditation practice. And one thing maybe you can try to this session is to highlight the pleasant feelings, pleasant sensations that come out of the meditation. Or maybe not even pleasant, sometimes anything interesting. Or I used to find meditation weird, because when I first start to meditate, I'm fascinated by how different my experiences were from one session to another. It's always something different, something interesting was happening. And that fascination is something which sort of kind of stay with me. And but we can also find other things that we are really helpful. Sometimes people find that their body physically relaxed during meditation. It's not really the aim of meditation, and it doesn't always happen. But when it does happen, when we feel more relaxed physically, we feel calmer, more peaceful. Those are positive things that we can notice and start to build this, between these positive, pleasant experiences with our meditation. And so I would like to encourage you to give attention to anything pleasant that come out or that arise during this meditation session. Pleasant sensations doesn't have to be anything grand or spectacular. even something like a slight feeling of softening, like for example, the muscles of the face, the release of some of the tension, the tightness and the contraction. When that is released, there is a feeling of relief. Anything, something as slight or as insignificant as this can be, we can notice it, we can include it in the meditation by inviting it into our awareness, and we start to build up a much richer kind of association with meditation, something a lot more positive. Okay, so I think let's give it a try, and I will just guide you through the process. And you're most welcome to, if what I say is helpful, you're most welcome to try them out. And I have always emphasized that it's perfectly fine during this guided meditation to ignore what I'm saying if it's not helpful. So let's start by just adjusting our posture wherever you are. Find a suitable posture for your body in meditation. You can be sitting on a chair like what I'm doing. You can sit on the floor on a cushion if you are used to that. In the privacy of your wherever you are, your home, your room, you can also lie down. Lie down on your back in the supine position, maybe on the floor on a yoga mat, on a firm bed, or whatever. And in whichever posture we adopt, sitting or lying down, try to take care that your spine, your back is comfortable, upright if you're sitting, and straight if you are lying down. So I'm going to ring this bell to signal the start of the session, or you settle yourself into your meditation posture. So feel free to rest your hands and arms in whichever way that allow your shoulders to be relaxed. Sitting, we can rest our hands on the knees, or traditionally we put one hand on top of the other, the thumb slightly touching, and rest them in the lap. Of course, you're lying down, you can rest your arms by your side, slightly away from the body. Eyes, I usually suggest people to just close them completely. It's the easiest way. Of course, you're most welcome to leave them fully open or half open, whichever works for you. And let's give our body some time to find its way into this posture. See if you can become aware of sensations coming through from beneath you at the points of contact between our body and our seat, our body and the ground. We really would like our body to feel that it is resting on a firm, stable, solid support in this posture. And that the whole body is well balanced, well supported, and safe in this posture. By doing so, we hope to trigger a natural process whereby the body can start to loosen up, it can unwind, it can let go of some of those unnecessary tightenings, tensions, and contractions in the different parts of the body. And given time, we may find our body really settle down comfortably into this posture. So I call this the first step of the meditation, acquiring a seat for our body in meditation. And for the second step, we are going to take some time to help our body and mind to adjust, to transition and shift gears so that they can settle into meditation. They can put aside other things that preoccupy them, that are not needed or not helpful, so that they can come back here and now and really settle down into the meditation practice. So to do that, all we are going to do is to invite our attention to come back and reconnect with our body, reconnect body with our mind by becoming aware of the sensations throughout the body, simple sensations. So I'll guide you through this, starting from at the crown of the head. So with your attention, see if you can place it at the crown of your head. Allow yourself to become aware of sensations at the crown. So some people may notice tingling sensations at the crown, or slight feeling of pressure. Maybe you feel warmth or coolness. And it is also perfectly fine if you feel nothing at all at the crown. So just a light touch without much effort, don't have to try very hard. Reconnect your attention with the body and just notice the different sensations here. Imagine your attention is like water and starts to flow downwards from the crown, maybe forward into the forehead, down the rest of the face, so that you become aware of sensations at the face. Check in and notice the different sensations at your own face. Are you tensing up any of your facial muscles? For example, some of us may tighten the muscles of our forehead habitually, or we may be clenching our jaw, or tightening the muscles around the eyes. And now that you become aware of them, see if you can gently relax those tensions in the face and allow in a feeling of softness into your own face, a feeling of ease, comfort, and relaxation into your face. Otherwise, imagine or allow your attention to flow down the sides of the head so that you notice sensations here, as well as sensations at the back of the head, and maybe even sensations inside your head. Just a light touch without much effort. Allow the water of your attention to flow down into the neck, into the throat, so that you notice the different bodily sensations. Notice whether you're tensing up the muscles of your neck, whether there's any discomfort here. And let your attention flow into both shoulders so that you are aware of sensations at the top of the shoulders, at the front, at the back, at your shoulder joints. Simply become aware of sensations here at your shoulders. Quite often, a lot of us store quite a bit of tension and tightness at the shoulders and the neck, tensions and tightness that are not easily released. So see if we can simply acknowledge the sensations here, even if they are a bit uncomfortable. See if we can just let them be for the moment. So we allow our attention to continue down both arms at the same time, noticing sensations as we move from the shoulder joints into our upper arms. Just become aware of the different simple sensations here at the upper arms, sensations at the skin, sensations maybe in the muscles or at the joints. Moving downwards, become aware of subtle sensations at the elbows. And then into the forearms, see if you can become aware of sensations at the forearms. And then into both hands, so the sensations in both hands come into your awareness. Notice sensations in the palms of your hands, the back of the hands, sensations in the fingers, all the way to the fingertips. Reconnect your mind with your own body so that you become once again in touch and aware of the different sensations. Now that we are aware of both arms, see if we can gently release their weight, allow both arms to rest comfortably on their support. Now we return our attention to the chest, the center part of the chest, and what we call the heart center. And throughout the meditation, we find that we have to keep inviting our attention to come back to the body, come back to our object of meditation. And this is a very normal thing for us to do. Notice sensations at the chest, the movements of the chest, the various sensations here, maybe even the beating of our own heart. So we notice not only the sensations at the front of the body, but let us also become aware of sensations at the back, sensations at the upper back, sensations at the middle back. We allow our awareness to flow downwards into the abdomen so that we can become aware of sensations here, sensations at the skin, sensations at the belly, maybe even sensations within our abdominal cavity, the various organs here. Sense maybe even the movements of the abdomen as we breathe in and out. Coming back to the body with a light touch. By that I mean we don't have to try very hard. See if we can become aware of sensations also at the back, at the middle back, at the lower back. Let attention gathered at the pelvis so that we become aware of sensations here. Notice the weight of the pelvis resting on your seat or on the floor, on your support. And see if you can mentally imagine releasing the weight. Allow it to settle comfortably on its support. And then we allow our attention to travel down both legs at the same time, reconnecting with sensations here, starting at both hips, And allow our attention to travel down at our own pace towards the knees, noticing sensations as we go. And from the knees, we can let our attention continue downwards towards the ankles. Allow it to notice simple sensations, nothing spectacular, nothing unusual. Let our attention flow into both feet so that we become aware of sensations at the soles of the feet, at the top of the feet, sensations in the toes. Now that we are aware of both legs, if we can, imagine releasing the weight of both legs. Allow them to rest comfortably on their support, on the floor, or whatever surface they're resting on. Just surrender that weight to gravity. So now that we have traveled with our attention from crown all the way to feet, we have tried to reconnect our attention, our mind with the body, and we are promoting a process of unwinding, of loosening up, of releasing and settling down of body and mind into meditation. If you do notice anything pleasant, any pleasant sensations in any part of your body, however slight it may be, a feeling of relaxation, a feeling of softness, of ease, of comfort, why not welcome those feelings, those sensations into your awareness and allow yourself to attend to them, to enjoy them while they're here and let them go when they start to fade. And then for us to settle even deeper into our meditation, we can make use of a support, an object of meditation. I recommend the breath, and we can rest our attention for the rest of the meditation on the breath sensations within the body, allowing ourselves to notice and experience the in-breath and the out-breath. We can notice breath sensations at many different parts of the body, such as the nostrils, or maybe the chest, or maybe the abdomen. Invite our attention to come back here and now and rest our attention on some of these sensations of the breath so that we are able to experience the flow of the in-breath and the out-breath. Coming back to the breath, inviting our attention to come back to the breath, you may find that it's easy for the mind to wander off, to lose touch with the breath sensations. And this is quite normal. We invite our attention to come back, reconnect with the breath sensations. And especially when we breathe out, see if we can make use of this opportunity of the out breath to deepen the sense of release. Coming back and attend to the breath sensations in our body. With each out breath, see if we can remind ourselves, maybe with the word release in our own mind. Invite our body to release some of those unnecessary tightness and tension. Invite our mind to release some of those thoughts that are unrelated to the meditation. We can let them flow away with the out breath. Invite our attention to reconnect with the breath sensations, and on the out breath, reminding our body and mind to deepen the sense of release. At any point of time when we do notice pleasant sensations arise, maybe from relaxation, from awareness, allow ourselves to notice them, to enjoy those pleasant sensations while they're here. Enjoy those pleasant sensations while they're here, and let them go when they start to fade. And then finally, see if you can expand the scope of your attention and notice, as well as highlight, anything positive that come out of this meditation for yourself. Highlight any positive features, anything auspicious, anything beneficial. Highlight any pleasant experiences, be it of your body or mind, so that we can start to form positive association between our practice of meditation and the feeling of pleasant sensations. So there is a simple meditation on the breath, and if we have done a lot of meditation on the breath, mindfulness of the breath, it's not difficult for us to experience at least some physical relaxation on some parts of the body, maybe not the entire body. Or we find things starts to slow down, well, not immediately, but it takes a while. So all those different kind of release of the different stress reactions or reactivities of body and mind. And when that happens, usually there will be some kind of pleasant feelings that come along with that. So we can notice those pleasant feelings. We can start to build that association with our meditation, and you'll find that that really enhance our enjoyment of our meditation practice. And also with that positive association, it gets easier and easier for us to come back to the practice. And the second meditation for this evening, I have chosen a meditation called Appreciative Joy, where we actually try to cultivate a sense of rejoicing. It's much harder than it sounds, because I think quite often we have the tendency to focus on the negative. I mean, some people more so than others. And we also like to pick on the flaws of other people. Might be a bit harder for us to naturally and spontaneously appreciate what is positive in another person, or to rejoice in their good fortune, or rejoice in their happy experiences. So it might take a bit of work to cultivate or to enhance this quality that we call appreciative joy, which is a kind of joyful feeling in response to seeing either oneself or others being happy, or experiencing something positive, or good fortune. Yeah. So this is especially difficult when we really need to be positive, when we are quite overwhelmed with stress, we have a predominantly negative or unpleasant experiences. You may find this meditation particularly challenging. It's almost like been so weighed down by the negative things or unpleasant feelings. It's kind of a bit hard to reconnect with the heart, with this appreciative joy, this feeling of rejoicing. But it does get easier if we practice it in meditation, if we cultivate a habit of responding to be it our own or others' happiness or good fortune with this attitude of rejoicing, to feel joy, feel how happy it is, how wonderful it is. So I think we can give it a try. I think it's now is a good time to start, and not to be disappointed if the feeling of joy does not arise in this session. It's not so easy to, at least for myself, it's not so easy to touch that spontaneous feeling of joy, but nonetheless we can work towards it. Yeah. And the support for the meditation, I use two simple phrases. So using words as a technique is that it allow you plenty of time, allow your heart time to respond in its own way. It's not no pressure for yourself to necessarily have to feel joy, at the get-go. You can just work with the words, the phrases. So I use two simple phrases to convey appreciative joy. For example, towards others, I would say, may your happiness continue, may your good fortune not diminish. Or I can say to myself, may my happiness continue, may my good fortune not diminish. Because the important thing is not the words, but it's the intention behind the words, the intention of appreciation, the intention of joy, feeling happy for oneself, or feeling happy for upon seeing anything good or anything positive in their experiences in their life. So we can do this meditation in a pretty standard way. We start with ourselves. Well, of course, we settle into meditation. We start with ourselves. We try to allow anything good or positive that happened to us, be it recently or in the past, or whatever things, good fortune that we're still enjoying. May some of these things come back to mind, and we try to respond to them with an attitude of joy or rejoicing. May my happiness continue, my good fortune not diminish. Yeah, so it's expressed as a wish. Normally, I mean, you can do it many different ways, systematically, chronologically. I tend to recommend people to just start by saying the words of rejoicing and see whether it will trigger something. I like to do it this way because I never know what will come up. So there's an element of surprise there. So start by wishing myself, may my happiness continue, may my good fortune not diminish, and see what images come up, what memories, what thoughts that might be relevant. And if whatever come up is not relevant, we can let it go. If it's relevant, we can say, oh, that's nice. No, I have forgotten about that. How wonderful that is. May my happiness continue. May my good fortune not diminish. And then later I invite you to extend it one by one to the people closest to you. So let's do a second meditation on appreciative joy. So once again, settle your body back into a suitable meditation posture. And just ring this bell to signal the start of the second meditation. So once again, become aware of the contact between your body and your seat, your body and the ground, and see if you can allow your body to feel totally well supported, well balanced in this posture. And see if we can trigger the natural process of unwinding, of loosening up, whereby the body can start to release some of those unnecessary contractions and tightening, and the body can start to settle down comfortably into this posture. That's the first step, and for the second step, helping body and mind to settle into meditation, to shift gears, to put aside whatever may be preoccupying them, and to come back fully here and now into the meditation. We can make use of the breath to help us do that. So see if you can reconnect once again with the breath sensations so that you are fully aware of your in-breath and your out-breath. Might be helpful to start with a few deep breaths and see if you can remind yourself to release on the out-breath. And allow the breath to settle back to its natural rhythm. We don't have to control the breath in any way. And for the first few minutes of the meditation, we allow our attention to rest on the breath sensations, to enjoy the soothing, changing sensations of the breath. And just as before, with each out breath, as we notice it, see if we can make use of this opportunity to release, that we might be able to subconsciously or unconsciously release or let go some of those tightness and tensions in different parts of the body. Maybe we can once again relax any tension in the face, relax the facial muscles, so that we can welcome in a feeling of softness, of ease and comfort into the face. Coming back to the breath, with the out breath, remind ourselves with the word release. That maybe the body can also release some of the tightness and tension, and the mind can set aside thoughts or images preoccupying it. And when we feel ready, we can put aside the breath and turn our attention to the cultivation of appreciative joy. So first, we repeat the phrases of appreciative joy and direct our attention towards our own experiences, wishing, may my happiness continue, may my good fortune not diminish. So as you say the phrases, feel free to change the wordings if you like, add or subtract. As you drop those phrases into your own mind and heart, pause in between repetition and just notice what might be triggered by the words. Maybe some memories, some images may surface, past experiences of happiness, of joy, maybe awareness of the different positive aspects of your life. And as this come back to you, come to mind, see if you can pay attention to them, welcome them into your awareness, stay with them for a while if you like, explore the memories, the feelings, the images. And then now and then, repeat the phrases of appreciative joy. May my happiness continue. May my good fortune not diminish. Say the words with sincerity so that you can rejoice in your own share of happiness, your own share of good fortune. Simply invite attention to come back here and now. Come back to the wording. Happiness continue. May my good fortune not diminish. And continue to explore the auspicious features of one's own life. Cultivate a feeling of rejoicing, a feeling of joy, and appreciation of them. And feel free to continue focusing on oneself if you like for the rest of the meditation. Or you may want to explore and direct appreciative joy towards other people in your life, those that you know well, know them well. In that case, see if you can bring to mind one person at a time. Maybe picture the person in your mind's eye and offer the phrases of appreciative joy towards this person, wishing, may your happiness continue, may your good fortune not diminish. Review or bring to mind memories, images, what you know about this person, their share of happiness, their share of good fortune, and see if we can find within ourselves the feeling of appreciation, of joy, rejoicing in their happiness, in their good fortune. May your happiness continue. May your good fortune not diminish. So coming back to the words, not to worry if the feelings of joy do not arise quickly or easily. Just stay with the words and the sincere intention behind them and continue to offer appreciative joy. May your happiness continue. May your good fortune not. At any point of time in your meditation, if you notice that your attention is distracted away from the topic, see if you can regard this as perfectly normal. Simply invite your attention to come back here and now, come back to the meditation, and start again with the phrases of appreciative joy. May your happiness continue. May your good fortune not diminish. Coming back, refocus on the person you are considering, radiating appreciative joy. See if you can rely on the phrases, the words, when the feelings are not coming along or does not arise quickly. Refocus on the sincere intention behind the words, and simply as you repeat the words, dedicate and offer your appreciative joy. May your happiness continue. May your good fortune not diminish. And then at any point of time, feel free to move on to another person. Feel free to stay longer or shorter with each one of them. But see if you can, for each of them, sincerely from the bottom of your heart, wish that their happiness and their good fortune may continue and not diminish. May your happiness continue. May your good fortune not diminish. And then finally, we can put aside the words, the images, return our attention here and now we can dedicate by gathering up anything positive to come out of our meditations this evening. We dedicate the positive momentum that may anything good or beneficial to come out of this evening's meditations. May they stay with us. May they linger in our body and mind to continue to benefit us long after the meditation is over. Okay, so we can rejoice in our own effort at meditation. Not to worry too much when you do appreciative joy, when you don't feel very joyful. It does take a while to get into the hang of things and for the feeling of joy to arise spontaneously. So thank you very much for your attention, and I wish you a good week ahead, and I hope to see you again next week. Yeah. Take care.